Welcome to Bees Are Funny Weekly News Report.
Let's start with the headlines.
Dubai, hub for more than 100,000 bees. BumbleBeeWatch.org, 1 million bees on farm, our special guest. Entertainment, quote of the week. Our picture of the week. And finally, our upcoming events.
Good morning, Malvie.
Good morning, Yara.
We start in Dubai, where the residents of the Sustainable City, or TSC, have turned their hand to beekeeping and in the space of just 6 months have helped relocate 5 wild bee swarms which otherwise would have been destroyed. Now, with its very own bee garden, the community has become a home to about 100,000 honeybees. With the aim to become a bee hub, residents are working hand in hand with experts from the Beekeepers Association to practice mindful landscaping to attract more bees to the area. As pollinators, bees play an integral part in every aspect of the ecosystem. So by choosing to live side by side with them, the 2,000 residents of TSC are reaffirming their commitment to sustainability practice. The idea to host its very own bee garden came when several residents started to notice wild beehives popping up in places like balconies and window shields. And that's when the Beekeepers Association stepped in to help train members of the community to relocate the wild swarms inside and outside the development. Since then, Sahira Nejjardi, co-founder of the Beekeepers Association, has introduced 8 beehives into TSC's bee garden, each of which houses about 35,000 bees. Our association offers an ethical alternative where we can rescue and safely relocate the swarms at no cost, Sahira said. But as a volunteer-based association, Nejjardi said they struggle to keep up with demand. And because of that, the next logical step is to educate the community on the importance of preserving bees and their hives, starting with the residents of TSC. Through its bee preservation program, it is teaching residents to nurture the bee swarms and practice mindful landscaping. With the bees and many flowering plants needing one another to survive, planting bee flowers like sweet clover, alfalfa, and thistle can help repopulate the honeybee community in a urbanized area. With 5 wild swarms successfully relocated by the association with the help of its residents, El Husser said TSC may be one of the few communities here where you can see weeds growing. We don't use chemicals or pesticides. That is why you see weeds. We say no to toxic stuff. We will continue to edit our farmland. We won't come back the hedges as much and will embrace the weeds if that means the bees can thrive. Also, a resident of the Sustainability City said, bees are important for the overall ecology of the world. So if we can do something positive and produce crops, harvest landscapes that helps bees thrive, then it can only be a good thing.
Thank you, Yara. Okay, I have a very cool report. It's so cool that you probably will consider it as a new hobby. Have you ever heard of bird watching or bird observer? You know, the people that love to visit some specific places and watch birds? Well, now you, Yara, our audience, and any bee lovers can do the same and share pictures, but with bumblebees. Yes, there is this project, this very cool project called Bumble Bee Watch. This isn't new. The program has been out for a while, but keeps updating constantly. They have Twitter and Facebook. basically is a fantastic way of using our day's technology, in this case through our smartphones, in helping researchers and conservation organizations by submitting pictures and locations from any bumblebee sighting. Now, do you have to be a beekeeper to collaborate? No. Do you have to be an entomologist to collaborate? No. And even though the sighting form includes provinces of Canada and all the United States, you can sign up and record your sighting from anywhere in the world. Yes! So let's suppose you spot a bumblebee in Cutranco, which is Neuquén in Argentina. You can still upload and collaborate in the project. Isn't it great, Yara?
Indeed. I wonder if I can send a picture of Bella. Anyway, I have a question. What kind of phone or system do I need to use to participate?
You can visit this website from your phone or any smartphone to sign up or record a sighting, and it's pretty straightforward. You can do it from your laptop or any computer too. Now, if your question was also, is there any app? The answer is yes, but just for your iPhones and iPads, that is also iOS. So I would recommend just visit again the website and go from there. So far in the map, just people from North America have been participating, and Washington State is leading with 384 sightings reported, Ontario with 333, and Maine 332. So, are you bee lovers in England going to let the bee lovers in Washington stay at the top of the table? Are you bee lovers from down under going to let Ontario be the top second of the table? Now, to finish my report, I have to give the hats off of the week to the developers of this great tool called Bumble Bee Watch. Just some friendly suggestions. Multiple languages will help expand your great idea, and please make this app available for Android as well.
Thank you, Malvie, for that news. Now, do you remember last week when you mentioned about Mark and Paul Hayward?
Yes.
So, we thought that news was so important that we have here with us Mark Hayward in direct communication.
Hello, Mark. This is Malvie. And first of all, I want to say thank you so much for being here with us. And also, congratulations on this great idea to provide food for bees with Paul.
Oh, thank you, Malvie.
I have the first question for you. What inspired you and Paul to do this project? Or how was this idea born?
Well, we're third generation farmers, and both Paul and I, we've both got, between us we've got 6 children, and we were brought up very much, my father was very much into conservation around our farm, and our main business is outdoor pigs, and we supply pork to restaurants in the UK and abroad, and we've always done a certain amount of conservation, and we probably have about 400 to 500 chefs a year visit us on farm from all around the world.
Wow.
And last year we really planted a lot more food for bees. We've always done it, but last year we made a point of doing a lot more, and we planted it around where the pigs live outside. And the response from our customers, the chefs, was amazing. And I don't think that they really realised that, how big a problem it is that there's a lot less bees in the UK. Mm-hmm. And when they look at a normal field or normal agriculture, they just assume that field is full of bees, where quite often it isn't. So we employed a young lady for one day a week to do bee counts, and we grew a lot of PHACELLIA around the farm last year, and on a hot day you could have a good 10 bumblebees per square metre.
Oh, wow.
And we planted about 20 football fields worth of Phacelia, mainly last year. So we had some big numbers of bees, and then this year we thought, well, let's just go. That's what inspired us, really. And also, I think you feed the bees, you feed your soul.
Yeah, that's a lot of Phacelia planted. So, Mark, I have a second question.
Okay.
We believe that the newer generations should learn more about the importance of bees and other pollinators. Have you had the opportunity to talk about this project in a school close to you?
Not yet, because it's in the UK. It's only really we've only got a small amount of when you plant the flowers for the bees. What you try and do is you plant so that there's food from, let's say, the beginning of June right through to the end of September. And as the season goes on, because in the UK between sort of June and September that's when bees have a problem. That's when there's very little food. When the queens come out in, say, April, it's a single queen. There's lots of blossom around. There's hawthorn in hedges. And as the season goes on, they require more and more food for their colonies. So when we plant flowers, we plant them in such a way that we'll have one lot come out, then another lot come out, and as the season moves forward, we'll have more and more land flowering. So at the moment we've got some Phacelia in bloom and some other plants in bloom, but the number of bees is relatively small compared to what it'll be in a month's time. But in a month's time, yes, we will be having some schools out.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. Malvina here has the third question.
Why Phaceillas? We have Phaceillas in our garden, but we'd love to hear you and share with our audience why Phaceillas.
Well, interestingly enough, there's a lady we've been working with from something called the Bumble Bee Conservation Trust in the UK. And I was talking to her last week, and last year we planted several different flower mixes for bees. We planted something called sainfoin, we planted different types of clover, we planted vetch, we planted daisy lucerne, and we planted Phacelia. And without a doubt, Phacelia is the most popular thing that we've ever grown for bees. I believe borage, a plant, is similar to Phacelia, but if you grow Phacelia, whether it's in your garden or whatever, you will get so many bees, they will fly off other stuff for Phacelia. I imagine it's probably because the quality of the nectar is probably just so good and the amount of nectar it produces, but Phacelia is the one for bees, like in our experience.
Okay. That's awesome, because we planted some Phaceillas last year and we got a lot of bees and a lot of bumblebees, so we were just wondering why you planted that out of a whole bunch of other flowers, so now we see why.
It's definitely, in our opinion, from our experience, and in the UK, definitely is the number one. But we're going to try some borage next year, so try some borage yourself, because apparently that's just.
All right, so we'll definitely try it. Anyway, I have the last question mark for you. What kind of message do you want to transmit to everyone, so us and our audience, about the project of feeding the bees?
I think it's a very good question, that one is, and what we are hoping to do, my brother and myself, we are hoping to inspire farmers in the UK and inspire food businesses. I mean, like I said to you, my business supplies pork directly to restaurants. So our bee project is a combined joint project between ourselves and our meat partner. So he's the guy that's cutting the pork up, delivering it to restaurants. And I think our message, certainly to people in the UK and elsewhere, is look, the bees, it's a big problem. We can all do something. We can grow something in our gardens. We can do all sorts. Each of us can do something, but maybe partnerships in the food industry can really help.
Okay, yeah, that is awesome. So, well, Mark, thank you so much for this interview. It's honestly been a great honor to have this interview with you, and we would love for you to say hi to Paul from us.
To say hi to, sorry, I didn't hear that.
To say hi to your brother for us.
Oh, I certainly will. But thank you very much for interviewing me. And you guys, you're doing a brilliant job.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And again, it's been a great honor to have this interview with you.
No problem. Thank you, ladies.
All right. Well, hopefully you have a good night.
And you.
We'll see you, Mark.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mark.
Bye-bye.
That was Mark Hayward in direct communication with us from England. Another great interview.
Yes, indeed. All right. Are you ready for our entertainment section? Last week, we asked who said this quote: "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." The answer is Lightning McQueen.
Speed. Float like a Cadillac, sting like a beaver. Float like a Cadillac, sting like a beaver.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a famous boxer who was born on January 17th, 1942 and died on June 3rd, 2016 at the age of 74. During his boxing career, Muhammad Ali had a record of 56 wins, 5 losses, and 37 knockouts before his retirement from boxing in 1981 at the age of 39. And especially today, June 3rd, we remember him because it's been 2 years since after his death.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Now, for this week's quote of the week. Like the bee gathering honey from different flowers, the wise person accepts the essence of the different scriptures and sees only the good in all religions. Leave us a comment if you know who said this quote.
For our picture of the week, this picture comes from a really nice beekeeper family in Berlin. Thank you very much to Green Honey 7871 for this really cute picture. If you want to follow them, here is their Instagram.
Now finally, our upcoming events. We have 3 of them. First one, the 2018 European Week of Bees and Pollination. In this event that occurs in Europe, it is a meeting that has become a must-attend event and brings together all stakeholders in the sector, including beekeepers and farmers. Together, they exchange proposals with public authorities to promote a sustainable beekeeping chain capable of ensuring the sustainability of the value services in pollination and its consequences. This event will be held at the European Parliament in Belgium from the 26th to the 20th of June. For more information, link is below in the description. Second event, National Pollinator Week. 11 years ago, the U.S. Senate's unanimous approval and the designation of a week in June as National Pollinator Week marked a necessary step towards addressing the urgent issue of declining pollinator populations. Pollinator Week has now grown into an international celebration of the valuable ecosystem services provided by bees, birds, butterflies, bats, and beetles. This event will fall on June 18th to the 21st all over the US. For more information, link is in the description. And our final event, the 6th annual Bee Palooza. The 3rd week of June is National Pollinator Week, and the Mackingham State University will be involved in multiple fun and educational events planned to focus on pollinators. The 6th annual Bee Palooza will be from 1 to 4 p.m. on June 24th at the Horticultural Demonstration Gardens. This is a free, fun, and educational event to provide an afternoon of interactive activities centered on understanding the wonderful world of pollinators. This event will be dotted with displays on honeybees, bumblebees, bee hotels, and wild bees, plants to support pollinators, and how important bees and other pollinators are for our food supply. More information on this event is below this video. This concludes our weekly news report. Hit a thumbs up if you like this video, share it with your friends and family, follow us on all our social media, leave a comment if you have any questions, and finally, subscribe to our channel by hitting that big red button and clicking on the bell so YouTube will let you know every time we share a new video. My name is Yara.
And my name is Malvie.
And this is Bees Are Funny. See you later.